Hi Libra, I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot. This is your timeless reading to get a message that is meant to reach you right now. So we're going to begin with some channeled messages, then we're going to have a look at your oracle cards and dive deeper into the tarot to see what Spirit wants to bring through to you. Now to begin, we're going to call in Spirit, clear the space, call in your higher self, our guides, the angels, the archangels, to bring Libra everything they need to know. All right, so let's get started. Now I'm just going to tune into your energy, Libra. I hope you're doing so well. So this is to give you a message that you really need to hear about your current situation or something that you're not seeing. So let's begin. And okay. So we have the first oracle message, Libra. Get grounded. And it's actually a beautiful card. It says empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So maybe Libra, you're highly sensitive. We also have here the star seed. And you could be very highly intuitive. And it might be time to get grounded, to connect with your higher self, with spirit, through plants, through animals, connecting through nature, using nature to rebalance your nervous system is what I see. Now the other message I'm getting actually is that, it's about trusting yourself. Now, I see the number 11, so for some of you, 11 might be significant. But 11 is actually representing for me your connection with your higher self. So having guidance, and it's connected to your higher self, but also trusting yourself. So if there's a decision that you have to make at the moment, the message that Spirit wants to give to you is knowing that you have the answer, that you can trust your intuition and your gut feelings on it. If there's a situation that you're currently in and something about it's not right, it looks okay on the surface, but there's something inside of you that says, I don't think I'm seeing things exactly how they are or clearly, but my gut is telling me that something's off. And the guidance right here is to trust it, to trust that inner feeling, that gut intuition. And so let's get a bit more. I think for some of you, you need to cut through the BS, the illusions. So there might be a lot of information coming at you, a lot of confusion, but your gut feeling is telling you something. And it's really important in time to trust it. And you have the card, align your life. Exactly. And I think this is the same message. And maybe it's about your current life situation, Libra, and there's something that's feeling just not quite right. But Spirit's saying that you have the answer, you know what to do. You can trust your gut intuition on this situation. And if you need to go into nature, get grounded so that you can get really clear, so that the truth can be revealed to you. Because I think there's a situation, you're not seeing the truth of it, but your gut's telling you what's really going on. Okay. Now let's go to the tarot. Can we please have some messages for Libra to help them understand what they need to understand right at this moment to give them the guidance that they need? Okay. So what does Libra need to know? Another message I'm getting, Libra, for you is to stand strong in your convictions. And it's a similar theme. It's like if you know something is not right about your current situation, if you feel it in your gut, stand your ground, stand strong. Don't be swayed by other people. Because when you know, you know. And you can really trust yourself. Okay, so we have the Page of Coins, the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords. Yeah, definitely a decision you're not sure of. Okay, it's definitely a decision. Tower on the bottom of the deck. Oh, hold on, I just got the shivers, so I've got a message here about the Tower. So maybe you've gone through recently a Tower moment, or this decision might cause some conflict. So if you've got a gut decision on something, but you're afraid of saying it because it might be causing conflict, Spirit's saying you need to trust it, go with your gut feeling, even though it might cause some problems. It's about sticking with your truth, knowing what's true for you and sticking with it. It's definitely to do with a decision. And although there is a decision to make, I think you know what decision, what's right. But there might be just some resistance or some worry that if you do, there might be a bit of a falling out, or there might be some conflict around it. But then you have under that Lovers and the Ten of Cups. So if you follow your heart and you follow what's true for you, Libra, it'll always lead in the right direction. Don't worry. I don't think it'll be as bad as you think it will be. But you have to stick with what's true for you. You know, if you compromise, when we compromise our truth, it never turns out well in the end. And then you have the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is the heartbreak, and the Six of Swords is the moving on. So for some of you, what I'm getting that, you know, that the Three of Swords, so if you're in a current situation that's causing you heartbreak, Libra, this might be the decision that you're needing to make. You know, that's what I really get. And it might be a decision to move on. If it's not a current situation, the message always with the Three of Swords is that in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, this is the heart with the three swords in it. And it's our heartbreaks, our betrayals. And whether this is a heartbreak that's going on for you at the moment and you need to leave that situation, you know, to go with what's true for you and make the decision and to move on, then that's one part of it. But the second part of it is also that, you know, these swords can be put in by people, but they can stay there long past the hurts. You know, they can stay, we can have those swords in our heart for decades. And we may not be the ones that put them in there, but we do have the power to take them out. And as hard as it is that when we ever get heartbreaks and betrayals, at some point, it's our responsibility to pull the swords out of our heart. And we do that through forgiveness. And now forgiveness is a really hard thing because we always feel that if we forgive, it's like we're justifying or saying that that was okay. And it's not that at all, because it's your heart that has the swords in it. So you do forgiveness to pull the swords out of your own heart. So whether the swords were there from this situation that I'm talking about or a past situation, Libra, Spirit really wants your heart to be whole, to feel the full wholeness and love that it can feel. But with the swords in it, it's blocked. You know, you can't feel that full joy and that full love. You know, we go into future relationships and we still have our swords in there. And then that taints, you know, the love that we can feel and the love that we can give. So Spirit's saying if you've got swords in there, maybe it's time to do some healing around that to set yourself free. And if it's a current situation, it may be a decision that you're making and you're looking at, do I move on from this situation, and there's a decision to make? And Spirit would always say, because you have free will, and you should never even listen to a tarot reader, you know, not the planets, not a tarot reader for your guidance, because you have the free will and you know what's best. But Libra, that's exactly the message, is that you know what's true. You know, that's you. You know what's true and right for you. And if you follow what's true and right for you, even though It may cause a breakdown of something. It will lead to much, much more fulfillment later on. And just really having hope and faith and trust in that. And so if the current situation isn't right, and, if this is your reading and you've been feeling it, then, you've got that option to make the decision and set yourself free. If you're moving on for it, remember, the swords have to be removed as well, so that you can move on, you can have a healed heart and move on from the situation, which is beautiful. Now let's dive a bit deeper and get some more information from Tarot. What an incredible message. It's crystal clear. Just keeps coming through to trust yourself, Libra. You really, really can trust yourself. What you're thinking and feeling about this situation is 100% spot on. And it's also being true to yourself as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, end of conflict. End of conflict. And the conflict's got to end sometime, doesn't it? We can't live in conflict all the time. When we're walking on eggshells or in stressful situations, it's not good. So, the guidance here, you have the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands with the Chariot, yeah. And this is really saying about, the 10 of Swords is always when we need to face our fears to overcome them. We can see those swords are in his back, and the calling's always when we face our fears, when we face our greatest fears, that's when we overcome them. When we don't face the fear, then we're stuck in that pain and agony. And facing fears takes so much courage and strength, but Spirit wants you to know that you will always be okay, Libra. No matter what the fears are, you will be able to overcome them. If you look at the past and everything that you've overcome already, that will prove it to you. But Spirit's saying that don't let fear hold you back or keep you stuck in a situation that's not working for you. Facing fears sets you free. And so that's there. The Chariot's the reminder to follow your heart and your soul. If you follow your heart and your soul, you will always be guided in the right direction, and you'll always be moving to better ground. And with the 2 of Wands, again, it's that, looking at your options. So seeing what options you have so that you can make a decision and move forward with being educated. You might need to work some things out. So getting the advice, the guidance that you need, looking at your options will be the key. But trusting and knowing that if you're truthful with yourself, if you follow your heart and you do what's right for you, it will always work out. God, the universe, source, spirit, your guides will help you. You will always be okay. Face whatever fears that you need to face so that you can set yourself free. Let's get a message from the fairies for you. Do we have a message from the fairies? So that we can bring in some lightness. I mean, I can imagine this situation if it's your reading, that it's a little bit, it takes a bit of courage, but Spirit's like, you've got the courage, you're okay, we've got you, you're supported. And it's transformation. The fairy of transformation, and I can see the butterflies. And on the other side of this, you'll be set free. If you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling like, you're needing to see the truth on the situation, the truth sets you free. The fairy tells you to surrender to transformation in the life that's happening for you, for your highest good, exactly. Embrace your transformation, and the best is yet to come. There you go, Libra. The best is yet to come. You don't need to fear this transformation or this change. It'll be a new journey. The best is yet to come. Embrace the transformation. And it's beautiful, lovely. Let's get a message from the animal spirits for you to see how they can guide you. But trust yourself and your gut feelings. You know, oh, here we go. You have the dolphin of play. So if you're connected to dolphins, that is your sign. And it says swim to be happy. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence, exhale fear. Dive into the wisdom and go with the flow. And what I'm getting from that is self-trust. You know, really trusting your journey, trusting what's happening, trust the truth that you need to see and where your spirit is calling you. And then you have the tiger and fire. So now's the time to step into your strength, and you might need a bit of courage and strength to see the truth. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Exactly. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, is they're supporting you every step of the way. You never need to be worried about tower moments, because you're divinely guided and you're supported. You know what the truth is, you'll see the truth, and then it's time, you know, Spirit's saying to do something about it. And I think you'll be making a decision, and you'll be supported in that decision from Spirit. Now let's see what needs to be surrendered. So what does Libra need to let go of that can help them? What needs to be surrendered? Okay, there we go. Surrender to wonder and awe. So Libra, now's the time to open to the magic of every day and the opportunities. And that's what I'm getting on the other side of this decision. Even though it's scary, or you might be trying to avoid this conflict, that there's newness, there's transformation on the other side. It says open to the magic of everyday moments and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy and flow. And that was with the dolphin spirit. So go with the flow. If things are working, keep moving in that direction. If things aren't working, that's your guide to know, what to avoid and what to move towards. Lovely. And let's get a message from Archangel Michael. A message from Archangel Michael, please, for Libra. Yeah. So you've got forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. Archangel Michael. So Libra, know that you're innocent, that you've done nothing wrong. Seeing the truth is saying the truth. I ask you to help me to let go of my self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me to releasing any toxic anger and fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Exactly. So ask the angels, your guides, your high self, to help you to feel at peace with this situation, help you to feel at peace with your decision, and to help guide you through this time. Beautiful. Okay. So Libra, that is your message, the message that was meant to reach you right now. I hope that helps. You can trust yourself and the truth that you're receiving and that you're seeing. I'm sending you all of my love, light and blessings. Subscribe to never miss a reading, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.